already know what's going on. Stan G making moves. If you ain't making moves, you dead. Think about that. If you ain't making moves, you dead. Think about that. Real talk. Man, let's keep it 1,000. Down south artists is winning over West Coast artists nowadays. Let's keep it all the way funky. Understand, G. First thing first, the West, they did their thing at their best. But the South, the word of mouth, that we holding the crown and we had the ball and we been holding it down for over 20 years. And we ain't stopping because we popping, Jack. Understand, G. You know what I'm saying? So when me and Wack had the debate about Memphis versus California artists, you know what I'm talking about? He had a whole lot of California artists that he was naming, but Memphis is a solid one city. Let's get into that. Oh man, everything I'm saying is entertainment purpose and allegedly. But run them lights so get me hyped up. Y'all know I'm gonna stay hyped up. Oh man, Stan G. But look, at the same time, it ain't no beef. It ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm talking about? We just talking pure winning. The skills of being a man and thinking. You know what I'm talking about? This rap game is a thinking sport. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta know how to win. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta know how to shine. You gotta know how to keep shining. You gotta know how to pass that torch sometime so your team can win. Understand, G. Oh man, what it do? Y'all run them likes up, keep it true. Look, you know what I'm talking about? First thing first, the West, you know what I'm talking about? They was at their best back in Death Row time, Death Row days when Pop, you know what I'm talking about, really put the West out there, you know what I'm talking about, really put the West on the map to the point that, you know what I'm talking about, they became global legends. You know what I'm talking about with the Pac and Big D. We ain't taking nothing from Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't taking nothing from the game. We ain't taking nothing from Dr. Dre. Of course they won in another type of way. You know what I'm saying? But all types of other businesses, salute them. You know what I'm talking about? But Memphis, as far as this music go, we got the crown and we holding it down, Jack. Just like that. You know what I'm talking about? Go run and tell that. You understand, G? See, first thing first. You know what I'm talking about? The West, they got a lot of the vision. A lot of people out there, they divided. See, the South, you know what I'm talking about? We we probably be divided one side against another side, but at the same time, we still go out and find other winners to win with. Understand, G? You know what I'm saying? So off that alone, we know how to move strong. You know what I'm talking about? We know how to take it to a whole nother level and keep everything together, Jack. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And Wack was hollering out. His whole debate was was really off of numbers. You know what I'm talking about? Like the numbers the West putting up. Numbers don't lie. You know what I'm talking about? It is what it is, but sometimes numbers do lie. You know what I'm talking about? In this world that we living in now. You know what I'm saying? At the same time though, like far as the South, is more people came up on the independent level. So they was making independent money and keeping everything together. You understand, G? Like let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like hands down, yeah. The South got the crown, you already know. But on the independent level, let's just keep it all the way real. You know what I'm talking about? Like it ain't too many West Coast artists that made it and made it real. You know what I'm talking about? Like had a real strong presence in the game. It's from the West. You know what I'm talking about? Nipsey did his thing, R.I.P. to Nipsey. But at the same time, Nipsey, you know, he started selling more and doing more when you know he met his demise. R.I.P. to Nipsey though. You know what I'm talking about? But we got artists like Dolph, on the other hand, that took it to a whole nother level while he was still, you know what I'm talking about, standing 10 toes down, you know what I'm talking about, on the city. You understand, G? So we got people like that that show, you know what I'm talking about, that it's different levels to the game. Even went up to the West and hollered some of the biggest and the best in the West. You know what I'm saying? Did that cut it with what old boy name? You know what I'm talking about? I forgot his name, but you know, he did songs with them. You know what I'm talking about? Yo got it. He branched off and did songs with niggas all over the South before he went and hollered for like Jada. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jada because that's really one of my best artists out here who been doing his thing. But at the same time though, Jada was one of those smart individuals when he seen the South taking over. He came and connected with the South. You know what I'm talking about? And was respected with the South. You know what I'm talking about? All together. You know what I'm talking about? He was connected and respected all the way around the board. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I always salute Jada. You know what I'm talking about? He'll come and kill a down south beat. You know what I'm talking about? Being from New York, Yonkers. You know what I'm talking about? You know, even the Harlem cats who click clack with Weezy. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, what was the old boy name? Was Cameron them? You know what I'm talking about? Cameron them. OT Jennings. Yeah, that's what I was talking with. Yeah, OT Jennings. That's who click clack with Dog. But, you know, we got folks who used to run with Cameron, them the youngest dude who click clack with Lil Wayne and kept that flame going for New York. But at the same time, the South was already taking over. And the West, you know what I'm saying, around this time was kind of quiet, you know. And right now, they have an artist pop out the blue every now and then, you know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, the South, we got over 10 artists that's hot, you know what I'm talking about? Gun hot, you know what I'm saying? Like our hustle, we take it to another level, you know what I'm talking about? Because we gotta do our thing out here. We gotta put on and really be seen. Like y'all had labels and you know in New York and that y'all can walk down the street and go into the building. See, we ain't had no type of label that was if you in the city where a label and they don't see you, you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Like this podcast thing. If you from Memphis and you doing podcasts, you act like you don't see me, you lying because I know I'm out here doing numbers in all types of ways. You know what I'm talking about? That's why it'll be a cold game to connect with some with a podcast in the West because I'm bringing this South feel to the whole podcast drill. You understand, G? So that's why when y'all see me connecting, y'all gonna see me connecting with other podcasts. You know what I'm talking about? And do my own thing and bring my own flavor to the cast. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Just like God has just got Mozzie. You know what I'm talking about? They're gonna be a good feel for the West to wrap up with. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody from the South. Oh man, Memphis and Atlanta running the game. Man, but y'all know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh man, I'm just keeping it real and telling them for what it is and giving it dropping game. You pick it up, you pick it up. You don't, you don't. But like I said, that's how Mozzie and got it doing it. That's cross promote. You know what I'm talking about? Taking the West. You know what I'm talking about? Blending them with the South and make them boom right in front of everybody's face. You understand, G? See, when you already got you a nice following, you can take your following to other places, but just don't lose yourself and being the type of person you is. See, if I heard Mozzie, you know, to my trying to rap like Yo Gotti or or Moneybag, you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, ah, okay, he ain't keeping that same feel. But if they just come together and do a song together and make this joint and that joint come out hard, it's gonna twist the game up to the point that both sides gonna listen. You know what I'm talking about? But at the same time, a lot of people must cross promote their brand with the South now because we winning. You know what I'm talking about? Especially Memphis 10 and Atlanta, Houston, Miami, you know what I'm talking about, Florida. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm talking about? You can't ignore us. We gonna win regardless. So right now, the South is winning over the West Coast. Let's keep it funky. You know what I'm talking about? We all got a couple of artists who doing their thing, but we got so many artists that full flame. You know what I'm talking about? Them couple of artists only gonna come in. You know what I'm talking about? Like coming through songs and blend in with the South. You know what I'm talking about? Like the record label was even taking over with Jay Prince. You know what I'm talking about? Masterpiece, the Bird Mine. You know what I'm talking about? Cash Money, No Limits. You know what I'm talking about? Like Rap a Lot. Like them labels is a staple in the South. You know what I'm talking about? Like them the first big labels that you can probably click clack with, but most of them labels only was putting on their city. You know what I'm talking about? And controlling their regions. You know what I'm saying? Squad House. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know what I'm talking about? But see, thing about it, we had to sign the hardest people like in our city to make sure like them artists ran the city. You know what I'm talking about? Because if you ain't got your city, you ain't got nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Like you got to go outside your city to even get your city locked down like you really want it locked down. But it was a point all them labels started out with their city first. You know what I'm talking about? So you start out with your city, and then you move around. Then you get bigger artists. Now they like Jay Prince missing. He was messing with a lot of Houston artists first. Then he started messing with Memphis artists. Now he getting folks like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Taking it to a national level. You know what I'm talking about? Understand? G. Oh man, you gotta feel me. You know what I'm saying? But just keep it real though. Who y'all feel like the hottest artist is coming up in the game? You know what I'm talking about? See, I seen Pooh Shiesty on the level that he is right now, but I didn't know he was gonna end up going to jail. But if he would never went to jail, would have gave them folks hell. Understand? G. Allegedly, everything I'm saying is for entertainment purpose. But at the same time, let's just keep it real. You know, when nobody messing with that guy before he got locked down. That's why Dirt, you know, until I had to go and flag him down and go ahead and get him, tied in with, what he had going on with the Vaughn situation. You know what I'm talking about? Like after the Vaughn situation, it was really on Pooh Shiesty to take the ball and run with it. You know what I'm talking about? Because he had to go. He already was going. He was already hot. You know what I'm talking about? Like Dirt, at the same time he seen him steaming and he clicked up with him because he was steaming hot. Dirk ain't gonna mess with no anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's when you knew like Memphis had the ball. Everybody wanted to click up with Dog. You know what I'm talking about? They did do a song with Dog. See, got it. He a little bit older. He get back to the CEO level, so he got hotter artists than him on his label. If they drop at the same time, it ain't gonna look right because the boss gonna get, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like outshine. You never supposed to outshine the boss. You know what I'm talking about? And so that probably would have made them feel a certain type of way if your artist outshining you, selling more than you. But at the same time, certain people just gravitate to certain things at certain points of time because really it's a young mind sport. You know what I'm talking about? The West Coast got all the legends, all the big artists, you know what I'm talking about, from back in the day, but they know it's a young man sport. And at the same time, the South is keeping everything pumping. We got something new always coming out. Boosie Boo even holler out the South. Man, Memphis, I got this 20 million idea. Bam. You know what I'm saying? He got a new record label that he gonna start signing artists. You know what I'm talking about? Entertainers and the podcasters and bloggers, we taking the game by storm, especially people like me, because I'm gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it peak, and I'm gonna push the realest thing that anybody can never say. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no flaws and faking to what we do. You know what I'm talking about? What I'm a fake to them for. So of course these artists they listen to me and they what I'm talking about. Some people tell me what's going on. I got plugs in just for me telling the truth and speaking my mind and keeping it positive at the same time. A lot of folks can't keep it positive and have a debate. You know what I'm talking about? Because some people get mad and the first thing they do is shoot off because that's the only thing they know. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be smarter than smart when you're dealing with this game. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I ended up being on national TV. I knew what was going on from the get go, but it gave me a national look over 9, 10 times. You understand, G? And it's just the South way of thinking. Okay, I go to New York, I holler depots in New York. You know what I'm talking about? Now everybody know. Like I ain't playing to be an entertainer. It came to me. Certain stuff will come to you. That's why, to my USC people in the South, there's entertainers that shoot off on a whole nother level. But like Atlanta, you see that how they got that in the bag. You know what I'm talking about? They making a bag on being a personality. You know what I'm saying? Being yourself. When you can make a bag out being yourself, then you can branch out and help other people. But until you can help yourself, you really can't help nobody else. That's just how the game go. Oh man, no. You understand, G? You know what I'm talking about? But at the same time, the West, they got so much confidence about what the West was doing. They stuck, you know what I'm talking about? They stuck in time. Sometimes you gotta say, man, forget all that. Let's go mess with these cats right here who doing their thing down now, so we can come up on a better level, give us better leverage in the game. See, sometimes your pride, you gotta set it to the side because, like, your pride can kill everything, can kill your whole dreams. You know what I'm talking about? And everything you seen, you think you was seeing in your head. You know what I'm talking about? Now you can't really put it on the table. You know what I'm saying? You gotta shine with it. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all run them lights so get me hyped up, man. Y'all know what's going on. Oh man. You know what I'm talking about? So when me and Wack had the debate, y'all give me a few more lights. Give me a few more lights, man. Run them lights up. It don't cost you nothing to hit like, man. You know what I'm saying? Understand G. You know what I'm talking about? Like if you got hate in your heart that tough, you can't even hit like. Man, I don't even know where you gonna end up being. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you can hate on somebody else and they can stop your will. You know what I'm talking about? Because you got a hateful type of mind. You gotta show some love and keep it real out here. That's how love go back around. You put hate out, you get hate back. But y'all know what's going on. He like, you know what I'm talking about? Hit that like, run them like so. You know what I'm saying? But that's why the West is losing too. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of folks hate the South, the movement of the South, how we was coming so hard. You know what I'm talking about? They were trying to disregard what we had going on. But at the same time, we was kind of putting it in their face, putting it in their face. You know what I'm talking about? Every time they turn around, somebody from the South, okay, they dressing like that, they doing this, they moving like this. You know what I'm talking about? Instead of saying, look, man, we the West, you know what I'm talking about? Like everybody's supposed to be proud of where they from or whatever like that. I ain't knocking it. At the same time, you can't look down on a cat and then they blow up and then when you try to come back and holler, they like, man, I don't even want to mess with you. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want to mess with you because you wouldn't mess with me when I was trying to mess with you at that time. See, and that made that held the West back for a long time. You know what I'm talking about? Because just because they had the ball at one point in time, that don't mean they was gonna win the game. You know what I'm talking about? Now the South on the point like they're gonna win the game because now we got people who've been in the game for 20 years, for like Andre 3000 is finna get his flowers. You know what I'm talking about? Like people finna really look at like how he put down, how he put his P down in the game. You know what I'm talking about? And that nigga ain't nowhere near like he probably was a little different. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you gotta be a little different to stand out. You know what I'm talking about? You stand out, it is what it is. Oh man, they know what the South. You know what I'm talking about? Stan G. You know what I'm talking about? Like created this game and took it to another level. So now I got the folks in the West really showing me love. You know what I'm talking about? Like on a whole nother level. So I'm like, yeah, I could go with the West and bring some of that South feel to what y'all got going on. Oh man, why not? You know what I'm talking about? Because they say you can go platinum in New York, you can go platinum in the West. You know what I'm talking about? And people don't even know about you in the South. You understand, G? So that's why I be tripping out like folks like what you doing with, blending with these type of folks over there, you messing with the West side. Yeah, I'm messing with the West, because I ain't stupid. You know what I'm talking about? Why wouldn't I mess with, folks in the West, the podcast people in the West, you know what I'm talking about? I mess with a whole lot of folks in the South. You know what I'm talking about? We can come up together, we can build, we can chill. You know what I'm talking about? If we can build together, we can chill forever. You know what I'm talking about? That means we can deal with each other. You understand, G? But when you ain't putting no points on the board, what you got? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't want to hear about what you used to do, how many points you was putting up, like what's going on right now. You know what I'm talking about? Can you really make it? You know what I'm talking about? If we throw you out there, you know what I'm talking about? Can you really make it on your own? Do you got the mind frame to really go maneuver through this situation at a time like this? Why the South pushes so hard? Just like a lot of folks tried to hate on the boy Young Thug. Young Thug came with a different style, did his own thing, and fast. You know what I'm talking about? So bam, he end up he end up getting big money. Not no small money, big money. You know what I'm talking about? Not no little money in the game. He got some big money in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you gotta open up your mind and see what's really going on. But there was so many folks hating on him so strong that you know what I'm talking about. He just had to leave them type of people alone. Now they coming back like let's do this, let's do that type of situation. But at the same time, y'all wasn't messing with the program when the program was moving, when it first started out moving. Now it's like a snowball effect. Bam, is in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? Stan G, oh man, bam, is in everybody's face. Everybody know what it is. You say, oh man, oh that's that Stan G nigga. You know what I'm talking about? And it's only gonna get greater, greater later. You know what I'm talking about? Like every day, my name spread in all types of ways. Man. You know what I'm talking about? Just from me starting off doing my entertainment thing. You know what I'm talking about? By the time I jump back in the rap game, they gonna understand me. So it's gonna be like we family already. You know what I'm talking about? You know enough about me. Stan G is a brand now. Oh man is the slogan now. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's gone to a whole nother level. So how the South, like niggas in the South, they say we talk slow. You know what I'm saying? They say we country, but we getting our money. You know what I'm talking about? We moving around in the right way to get paid in the right type of way. You understand, G? So why be negative and not? Another mind, if you don't see his vision, we might need to sit down and figure out this mind vision. And maybe y'all can come up on something together and then mind go to a whole nother level. And that's what's holding the West back too. You know what I'm talking about? Like y'all better come together with the South or move around, you know what I'm talking about, and put it down for your city. Because if you just sitting in your city trying to rep your city, you know what I'm talking about, ain't nothing but your city know what got going on. It's just like if you repping the game, you're a blood, but you only rep situations going on. You know what I'm talking about? Like folks be saying, man, I ain't never heard a nigga call himself a real nigga. Like a real nigga call himself a real nigga, just like a blood call himself a blood, a cripple call himself a cripple, a gangster call himself a gangster, a player call himself a player. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever you is, you better rep it to the fullest. Because if you don't rep it to the fullest, people will look over it. You know what I'm talking about? Like they'll look over it. You know what I'm saying? You must stand on top of whatever your business is. You understand, G? Like if I get a West Coast cat to blend with, I don't want to act like me. If you ain't from the South, you know what I'm talking about. That was about being you, bringing you to the table. You know what I'm talking about, bringing your personality to the table, and let's make it big. You know what I'm talking about. Let's take it to a whole nother level. 'Cause if you ain't doing this, you ain't locked in the brain. You know what I'm talking about. Like it's all about marketing and promoting. And the West start losing when they start marketing and promoting and helping out other people from the other side. Because really, the South didn't have no problem with the West. We ain't had no problem with the New Yorkers, the folks in the East out there. You know what I'm talking about? But at the same time, they looked over us so long when we got the ball, they had to come and holler. You know what I'm talking about? They had to holler back. You know what I'm talking about? That's why sometimes you got to start off like that. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking over certain people and say, man, what can I do to help you come up on a better level so we can help each other? You understand, G? Because ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing in this game free at all. If you think you're going to jump in this game and get so free, you didn't already lost. You understand, G? Oh, man. You already know it's big dogs in the game, man. You know what I'm talking about? I learned from the big dogs, from people who really talking about something. You know what I'm talking about? Who can put me on another level. You know what I'm talking about? But at the same time, you keep it in the, keep the situation entertained all together. You know what I'm talking about? And this thing cheap by itself. You know what I'm talking about? I can take it to another level and I can keep everything together at the same time. You know, it's about growing and knowing what you know and go ahead and shoot out. You know what I'm saying? Big boss status. Oh man, the West Coast doing their thing. Salute to the West. Like Filthy Rich. You know what I'm talking about? Filthy Rich. Right now, you talking about moving on to doing something else. because the coast is like the coast. You know what I'm saying? He known out there. He doing this thing. He did his press run through the South, but the South still holding the ball in their empire. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, and everything is for entertainment purpose. But let's keep it real. Man, money is. I mean, money man is the hottest thing over there in Empire. If you ask me, and he from you know what I'm talking about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And we got folks like, you know what I'm saying, Field the Rich was, you know what I'm saying, slick falling down. But Money Man, he got that sound. He, you know what I'm saying, he got the folks ear. And it's time to go heavy with Money Man right now. If y'all ain't clicking up with Money Man, y'all playing out there in the West. Especially if you moving around and you trying to be at your best. You know what I'm talking about? Because Money Man got the sound that, you know what I'm talking about, folks really need now. That's why you see Money Man and Money Bag Yo clicked up. You know what I'm talking about? The South always gonna click up and okay, you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, let's go ahead and make some bigger, let's make something big out the situation. You doing your podcast over there, I'm doing my stuff over here. Okay, I see your potential. Let's make something big out the situation. You understand, G? Y'all must understand, man. If you ain't aiming high, shit, nigga ain't trying to go low. Nigga ain't trying to go low. You know what I'm talking about? You got one life to live, man. You know what I'm talking about? Why not move around and do your thing and really live it to the fullest? That's what it's about. Run them lights up, get me hyped up. Yeah. Run them lights up, get me hyped up. Yeah. Run them lights up, get me hyped up. Yeah. Cause all my people, man, we piped up. Yeah. Understand, G. Oh, man. Yeah, y'all nigga run the game. Yeah, that young nigga gonna sing. But yeah, I'm still hollering, oh, man. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? Understand, G, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'ma keep it real. I'ma tell these folks what it is. But I ain't run them lights up. Don't be a hater to the heart. They don't take you nothing. They don't take $1 out your pocket or swallow out your bottle to hit light, man. You know what I'm saying? Understand, G. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you gotta listen to the real to man get that real feel and understand what it is, man. You know what I'm talking about? If you listen to hate and fake so long, you're gonna turn it to one of them. Folks, and this how you gonna have to live so strong in that type of way. Understand, G, man. Oh, man. Run it up, man. You know what I'm talking about? If you ain't running it up, you going down, and we ain't going down with you. You know what I'm talking about? Before we lose with the West Coast, you know what I'm talking about? We might well stay on the South and mess with New York, and you know what I'm talking about? Get it in and out. You know what I'm talking about? Before we lose with you. But at the same time, we gotta respect everybody in the picture. We understand that New York had the ball, passed it down to you know what I'm saying, the West, you know, California folk, you know what I'm talking about. Then it came to the South, and then when it came to the South, and they finally got a guy who was our chance. We ain't set it down yet, you know what I'm talking about, in all aspects. From the podcast situation that you see, you know what I'm talking about, folks from the South, really, a podcast starting to shoot off, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, y'all folks gonna let us in now. We gonna stop knocking at that door. And then we're gonna go and kick it in. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it's about. Like, we ain't knocking at that door too long. We gonna kick it in. Oh man. Y'all already heard around the world that Jack. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all my people out there in the West. Shout out to all my people out there in New York. Shout out to everybody in Detroit. You know what I'm talking about? Houston, Texas, Miami. You know what I'm talking about? Drop where y'all from. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all city really living. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Oh man, how y'all stacking it to the ceiling so we can make a building. You know what I'm talking about? One life, man. One life, one love. That's how we live. RP Mac, RP Trigger, man. You know what I'm talking about? Real niggas. You know what I'm saying? Understand G. You living like that, man. If you ain't living like this, you ain't living at all. Go big, fuck a small. You hear me? Y'all understand G? For real, Jack. You know what I'm saying? But you know, as things go on, y'all gonna see a nigga moving so strong, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep on putting on for our city, for the world. At the same time, I put on for the culture to give the culture a better way of looking at things and make it so like make it abundant out here. It's about making abundant out here for real. You know what I'm talking about? But at the same time, We living like that. Oh man, Stan G. Like, subscribe, and open up your eyes. Drop them comments. 'Cause I look at every one of them. Drop them comments. Tell me how y'all feel about the whole trip.